So you're thinking about moving to the Woodlands, Texas, but you want to know the good and the bad, the highs and the lows, the yin and the yang, the pros and the cons before you make a move or decide to make a move to this very popular destination just north of Houston, Texas. Well, I think that's a fantastic idea. Now, the first thing you should know about the Woodlands, Texas is that it's about 28 miles north of Houston, and it's got a population that's a little north of 119,000 households. Now, this is your first time to my channel and you want to know everything there is to know about living in Houston, Texas or the Woodlands, Texas, then go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be the first to know what's happening in the Houston housing market or the Woodlands housing market. Now, I get phone calls, text messages, and emails from people like you every single day. So if you're considering moving in the next 9 days or 9 months, then reach out with a phone call, a text message, or an email so I can help you make a smooth move to Houston. A huge pro for the Woodlands, especially for all you golfers out there, is that there are golf courses in the Woodlands. They're mainly going to be private courses though. There's the Woodlands Country Club, which is a private golf course, and the Woodlands Country Club offers several courses, including the tournament course, the player course, and the Palmer course. Now, the tournament course is actually extremely famous for hosting the Insperity Invitational, which is a PGA Tour championship event. The club at Carlton Woods, another private golf club which is exclusive to the members and their guests. It has 2 courses that are available, the Nicklaus course and the Fazio course. The Nicklaus course at the Carlton Woods has been recognized for its exceptional design, and it's hosted numerous prestigious golf tournaments. The Fazio course is extremely highly rated and acclaimed for its scenic beauty and its challenging play. I'd also like to mention the Cannon Gate at the Woodlands, which is now part of the Woodlands Country Club. It's another private golf course, and it offers a variety of courses with different levels of difficulty that cater to golfers with all skill levels. The courses are really well maintained and they provide a scenic golfing experience. Now, the Woodlands is really known for its exclusive clubs, and the broader area around the Woodlands and Montgomery County are going to offer public courses with access to golfers without the need for membership. However, within the master planned community of the Woodlands itself, most of the high-profile golf courses are part of private clubs. Public access courses, if they are available, are most likely found in the surrounding areas, not really within the immediate vicinity of the Woodlands residential neighborhoods. Now, another pro of the Woodlands, Texas is going to be education. 2 of the high schools that really jump out are going to be the College Park High School and the Woodlands High School. Both of these high schools are really renowned for their academic programs, but also for their sports, whether it be football, basketball, soccer, whatever. They're really well known. Now, some of the other things to know about these high schools is that, and this is actually for any high school in the state of Texas, they have the top 10% rule is what I think it's called. And it's where the top 10% of students academically are going to receive automatic admission to the state-funded college of their choice. And this is huge. It takes a lot of weight off of the student and the family because they know their kid is going to be able to get into college no matter what. And we've got some of the best colleges in the entire country right here in Texas, but also within driving distance of Houston itself. Now, also to keep in mind that the Woodlands is mainly zoned to Conroe ISD. And in Texas, they're called ISDs, Independent School Districts. There's one campus, I think it's going to be Creekside, the newest village of the Woodlands, Texas, that's actually zoned to Tomball ISD. It's still a fantastic school district, but it's just different from Conroe ISD. Just something to keep in mind when you're looking at the school districts around the Woodlands and around Houston in general. And yet another pro for the Woodlands, Texas is going to be the job opportunity and the job growth. There has been about 3.2% job growth over the past year, with an expected 38% job growth over the next 10 years. That's massive. And some of the major corporations that call the Woodlands home are going to be the Huntsman Corporation, the McKesson Corporation, and of course, ExxonMobil. So another huge pro for the Woodlands is going to be the parks and recreational facilities. So right now I'm at North Shore Park, and this is the Woodlands Lake, and it's part of Panther Creek. You can see some of the houses over here and some new ones coming up in the distance. Now, North Shore Park is home to several activities. My personal favorite is going to be the dragon boat races. Those happen once a year around August or September, and it's part of cultural festivities that happen at the time frame. But this is a charitable event hosted by the YMCA. It's fantastic. It's a huge success every year. The residents love it. Now, one of the huge pros in my book for the Woodlands, Texas is just like you see behind me. You have these extremely mature trees everywhere. You've got this lush undergrowth. And this is extremely common for the woodland. Whether you're walking or you're driving, this is extremely common, which is why it's important to always have your Google Maps on if you're not familiar with the area, because you could be driving down the street next to a major shopping center and not even realize it's there because there's so many trees and so much lush undergrowth. Same thing with residential areas. It's going to seem very similar when you're going around all of them. So like I said, keep the maps on so that you don't get lost if you're not from the area. And even if you are from the area, it might be a good idea just in case you are prone to getting a little bit lost while you're driving. Now, right now, I'm walking up to the Cynthia Woods Mitchell Pavillion, which you can see right behind me. But before that, I want to mention another pro about the trees, and that's the shade. Houston, Texas is famous for being hot. Now, trees produce a lot of shade. And this is fantastic on these hot summer days because it's going to make it a little bit more appealing to be outside if you can be in that shade. Now, a con of the trees is going to be all the shade once again, because with the shade, it makes it very difficult for grass to grow. And Texans, well, Houston's in particular, we really like our St. Augustine grass. It needs a lot of sunlight. So one of the pitfalls of living in the woodlands is going to be that you might not always be able to have that green grass that you're going to like, but you can do other types of landscaping so that your yard still looks nice. Now, as I said, I'm walking up to the Cynthia Woods Mitchell Pavillion. This is a huge pro in my book for the Woodlands, Texas, because this venue is used year-round. It could be for major concerts, or it could be for being home to the Houston Symphony during the summer. It also hosts the Houston Opera, among other activities that they do for the youth and for the arts and the music scene to make it a very popular thing for the youth of the area. And then again, I'm on the Waterway. You can see this waterway back here, another huge pro. Fun fact for you, the Houston Waterway was actually modeled after the San Antonio Riverwalk, but this is better. I'll tell you why. One, it's got shops and restaurants all along it, a little bit further down this way. It's about a little under a mile and a half. It's got taxis, it's got pedestrian little water boats that you can do on there, and it's a great way to connect the commercial part of the woodlands with some of the more residential areas. Because as you go along the waterway, you're going to notice off in the distance, You've got apartments, you've got townhouses, you've got condos that share the Waterway with businesses like down around Waterway Square. You're gonna have restaurants like Baker Street, other high-end restaurants, even some boutique restaurants and retail shops. So, like I said, my book, a huge pro is the Waterway, which is close to the town center in the Woodlands, Texas. A big con for Houston, Texas and the Woodlands, Texas is going to be that heat and that humidity. So places like Arizona have a dry heat. Places like Alaska have a dry cold. Houston and the Woodlands have a humid hot and humid cold. So when it gets hot, it gets really hot. And with that humidity index, I think around 90%, it gets almost unbearable during the summertime. That's one of the reasons why it's so fantastic to have all these large trees. You see them off here in the distance, have all these large trees everywhere in the Woodlands. That shade really does help to bring down the temperature if you're doing these outside activities. On top of that, a lot of homes in the Woodlands do have pools, another way to try and stay cool during these hot summer months. And something to keep in mind as well, another big con are going to be the bugs and the mosquitoes. You know what they say, in Texas, everything's bigger. Well, we've got Texas-sized bugs and mosquitoes here in the Woodlands area. So just make sure that you always plan ahead for your summer months and you have that bug spray, mosquitoes, anything that you want to use to keep those pests off of you and out of your homes for sure. Another con of the Woodlands, Texas are going to be the age of the homes. As I said earlier, it's a master plan community that was started in the mid-1970s, and I think one of the newest community was started in 2007. So you have a lot of dated homes. It doesn't bother you, it's not an issue at all. But the only way to get a new home in the Woodlands is going to be either tear down the house that was there before and build something brand new, or you can find an older home that has been remodeled and updated. And that's probably going to be the easiest thing to do. That's what a lot of people who are moving to the Woodlands are doing, is they're either hiring a crew to remodel that home, or they're taking on that project on their own so they can make sure they're getting exactly what they want every step of the way. Now, another negative for the Woodlands, Texas is the HOA. Now, the Homeowners Association in the Woodlands are known for their strict regulations, which help maintain the community's aesthetic and property values. But there are concerns about the fees, the restrictiveness of the regulations, and the transparency of the HOA's decision-making processes, and those are very common topics among the residents. Another con of the Woodlands is going to be that it continues to grow, which is leading to an ongoing construction projects that can impact the traffic and the infrastructure. Traffic congestion, particularly around some of the major arteries and during peak times, is a growing concern. The community and the local government are actively working on infrastructure improvements to address these issues, including road expansions and enhanced public transportation options. I want to take a quick moment to mention the 9 different villages within the Woodlands, Texas, because each of them offers something a little bit different that could be a pro or a con based off of your individual preferences. So the first village, established in 1974, was Grogan's Mill. This actually pioneered the Woodlands development, and it showcased the blend for community with nature. It's also home to the Woodlands Country Club Tournament Golf Course. Panther Creek, which was established in 1976, this is home to waterfront homes with very nice lake views. It's also got the Panther Creek Village Shopping Center, which brings a lot of dining, restaurants, and luxury shops to the area. In 1983, Cochran's Crossing was first brought to the Woodlands, and this community has the Palmer course at the Woodlands Country Club for all of you golfers out there. It also has the Bear Branch Park, which has sports fields and a skate park. Indian Springs was established in 1984, and this is a bit of a hilly terrain, and it's really close to the George Mitchell Nature Preserve. It is also home to the John Cooper School, which is a cultural arts school. Aldine Bridge was established in 1994, and this is a great community for families because it's got numerous parks, community pools, and just great activities for adults and children together. It's also got a lot of green belts and nature preserves, so a lot of outdoor exploration. Sterling Ridge was established in 1999, and this, another one for you golfers out there, it's home to the Gary Player signature course, adds a lot to the Woodlands golfing community. Now, this is also a place that has a lot of diverse housing and everything from luxury estates to affordable family homes. Next, we have College Park, which was established in 1995. Now, this community first has College Park High School, which is a top tier high school within all of Texas. Now, it is also home to the Lone Star College Montgomery campus, and it offers direct access to the major highways, which enhances your connectivity to the surrounding areas, including Houston. Carlton Woods, which is the exclusive luxury gated community of the Woodlands. Now, Carlton Woods is synonymous with luxury living because you have, mansion after mansion, and you have exceptional private golf courses for that absolute elite golfing experience. Creekside Park, which was established in 2007. This is the newest village, and it absolutely embodies modern development with all of the latest amenities. It's a community hub with a large aquatic center along with the Rob Fleming Park. So, you were thinking about moving to Woodlands, Texas, and in this video, we spoke a lot about the pros and the cons, mainly the pros because there are so many pros for living in the Woodlands, Texas. Everything from education, job opportunity and job growth, to the outdoor activities and the parks. Everything you need to be all-inclusive and not have to go anywhere at all, you can find right here in the Woodlands, Texas. Now, if you're considering moving to the Houston, Texas or the Woodlands, Texas in the next 9 days or 9 months, then reach out, give me a call, shoot me a text, or send me an email so I can help you make a smooth move to Houston. And if you currently live in the Woodlands, or if you've lived in the Woodlands previously, then leave me a comment and let me know some of the things that you love about living here and what your favorite activities are to do, especially here in Hughes Landing.